Hey, yo, what up, though, fellas? Back at it again with another video. Cause we improving every day. Y'all see the title, man. I'm asking y'all, cause I don't know what the answer is. What is this unhealthy obsession that black men on YouTube seem to have with black single mothers? What is it? What is the deal behind this obsession? Why does this obsession exist? Why do dudes spend hours upon hours, day by day, talking about single mother this, single mother that, single mother this, single mother that? It's gone so far to the point where dudes just bring it up unprovoked. Any signs of, mishandled emotions, they bring up single mothers for no reason. You could be watching a football game, say dude get a touchdown and, he get emotional and start celebrating or something. Dude be like, see all that acting out? See, he must have been raised by a single mother. It's like, nigga. I mean, where is the relevancy in that? Dudes be watching LeBron, y'all know I love LeBron, but y'all know LeBron be flopping. They be, see all that flopping? See, that's that woman behavior. He must have been raised by a single mother. Why does it matter when the situation calls for no conversation about single mothers at all? Not even a little bit. When I came up with this topic when I seen a comment on one of my videos from like 3 or 4 months ago, where I made a video titled something along the lines of a lot of men love the women they hate. And a dude leaves a comment up under it yesterday, and he completely misunderstood the entire topic of the video, right? The topic of the video was really about how a lot of dudes who claim that they hate, all these single mothers and all these thoughts and all these Instagram models and, talk how much about how they ruin this society. Really, they just want one of those. Really, they want the Cardi B, or they want the Megan Thee Stallion, or they want the Instagram model. They just know they couldn't get one if they wanted to, or if they tried, rather. They know they couldn't get one if they tried. So instead of, just sitting back and just letting them live, no, they talk about them all day, every day, because they wish they had one. But the dude who commented under the video thought that I was encouraging what they would call ratchet behavior amongst women. And then he ends his comment with a sentence that says something like, why are you encouraging or uplifting future single baby mothers? And that just blew my mind, because I didn't mention anything about single mothers in the video. I didn't mention anything about mothers at all. Single mothers, mothers with a husband, mothers who are widows. I didn't mention any kind of mothers in the whole video. He just brought it up for no reason. And so I had to make a community tab post and ask, why is there an obsession with this single mother stuff, man? I don't get it. And I'm going to give y'all my hypothesis. Because this isn't something that I've really dove into or anything like that. It's something that I hear so often and so much that at this point, I just really want to understand why. I really want to know what some of you guys' gripes with single mothers. Why do you hate them so much? But here's my hypothesis, right? Because one thing that I do hear a lot with these guys who talk about them is a lot of them, I can't say most, but a lot of them do say that they were raised by single mothers as well. And so my hypothesis is that a lot of these dudes just hate who they are. And so they blame their single mother and their upbringing for the way that they are in its entirety as adults. You get what I'm saying? They're taking the way that they are as adults. However old they are, 25, 30, some of these dudes be 40, 45. And I think they're still blaming their moms for the way she raised them and for the way that they ended up turning out. All the hardships with women they had, any financial hardships, anytime they knew they were too lazy to really put in work, so they were down on their knuckles. All of these things, I think they blamed it on their moms, man. And so then they just blame it on every single mother. Whenever they see a man that's just not doing what a man should be doing, they blaming the single moms for it. Oh, he don't got a job, probably raised by a single mom. Oh, he's a domestic abuser, probably raised by a single mom. I'm like, dog, Have you ever considered the fact that by the time you become an adult, it's up to you to get help for any issues that you have internalized, any internalized damage you have from your upbringing? That's up to you to fix now. Yeah, when you 14 and 15, yeah, you can, blame a single mom for something. Like I forgot the name of the boy, but he was like 12 years old and he lit a house on fire, and he shot some baby with a gun. Dudes like that, then that's when you can blame the parenting because he's 12. But when a dude is 36 and he does something crazy, you can't blame a single mom after that. You can't do that. Have you ever thought that maybe they just had a really bad father? Have you thought that the fatherlessness is what causes a lot of the harm? You know what I'm saying? A lot of times they blame a lot of other women's behavior on being raised by a single mother. They say, oh, she's on OnlyFans, raised by a single mother. Oh, she's a thought, raised by a single mother. Oh, she uses Instagram, raised by a single mother. I have a book titled Whatever Happened to Daddy's Little Girl, The Impact of Fatherlessness on Black Women, written by Janetta Rose Barras. I think it's her name. I think it's Barras. And I haven't read the book yet. It hasn't come up yet in my reading list. I haven't got through my other books yet, but I got that book because I always want to understand where people are coming from. You know what I'm saying? And it's much easier for me to understand where another man is coming from because I'm a man myself. But sometimes with women, we can't just assume stuff. We can't just come up with ideas and assume things. The only way we gonna understand how women feel about certain things and why they do certain things is hearing them out, asking them, listening to them speak, or reading what they write. So I got that book just to gain some more perspective on what is the impact of fatherlessness on a Black woman. And I'm also looking for a book that's going to talk about the impacts of fatherlessness on Black boys, Black men. You know what I'm saying? I'm always trying to learn what's going on, why people do what they do. Because stuff like that causes problems later on in life, or at least it can. Not every person raised by a single mother turned out to be some piece of trash. Not every woman who was raised by a single mother became an OnlyFans stock. Not every dude raised by a single mother became an overly emotional domestic abuser. That's just not how stuff works. You know what I'm saying? Because I could even be kind of an example. I wasn't raised by a single mother my whole life. But primarily, I'll say I was raised in a single mother household. My parents were married when I was born. They divorced when I was 5 years old. And I was, bouncing from house to house between them until I was about, I can't remember if it was 8, 9, or 10. But eventually at one point, I just didn't like all the bounces. So I stayed with my mom most of the time. But my dad was never completely out of my life. But after the age of like 10, I pretty much it was just me and my moms. For a while, it was me, my moms, and my granny. But then after that, it was just me and my moms. And I know plenty of other dudes who never even knew their dad at all. Raised by single moms their whole life, never had a father in their life. I know ladies never knew their pops, single mother their whole life. Or some who their dad was in and out of prison. They didn't really meet their pops until they was in high school. And then when they did meet the father, all he wanted to do was exploit them and the family. He came from prison, said, hey, I'm your father. Let me borrow your car. Let me get some money. You working at Target? Nah, let me borrow some money. I'm your dad. I'll pay you back. Taking advantage of them. They didn't turn out to be no OnlyFans stars, Instagram models, all this, talk that a lot of dudes be talking. That just didn't happen. I'm not saying they got every screw tightened at max in their head. I'm not saying they got everything perfect. That's not what I'm saying at all. Because having a fatherless home is going to do some kind of damage. The severity of it, that's all up in the air. That depends on a lot of nuance. But the obsession with the single mother talk is crazy. Mainly because I don't understand how you bring up a single mother without ever mentioning the father. Ever. They always want to talk about, man, you know, all these single moms, the reason they men left them is because they ran them out the house. You know, the men left because they realized the chick was crazy. So she ended up with she got 2 kids now, 2 different baby daddies, or she got 5 kids, 3 different baby daddies, and all the men left because she was crazy. It's like, how do you be a man and you just omit all responsibility from another man like that? To me, that's hella pussy, bro. To me, that's hella pussy. To me, unless that woman was threatening your life, pointing a gun to your head every day, or every time you get within 10 feet of your child, she beating you with a baseball bat or something like that. If she doing something crazy like that because you trying to stay around for your child, then that's the only way you could say, oh, she ran him out the crib. And even then, that's when the dude goes to court. That's when the dude goes to court and tries to get custody or dual custody of his children. You don't just leave and never come back. The man leaving and never coming back is not the mama's fault. That's the man's fault. That's the father's fault. I need some of y'all to understand that. Are there some cases where a woman can be just so off the wall that a dude just can't stand to live in the same house or crib as her, rather? Can't stand to live in the same space, cohabitate? Yes, that does happen. But that's when you go to court so you can organize time to see your children. You don't just say, damn, bro, man, this bitch crazy. I can't be in here, leave and never come back. And then that child got to grow up and everybody is taught, hey, you was raised by a single mother. See, you're damaged. You're broken. You'll never find love because you were raised by a single mother. I don't get it, bro. I don't get it. And it's a lot of single moms out here that do a good job, bro. I'm gonna just be honest with y'all. Of course, single moms cannot raise no men. Women cannot raise men, but it's a lot of single mothers out here that do their best. They put all their time and effort into their children, sons, daughters, whatever the case is. You know what I'm saying? It is not that high of a percentage of single mothers who just neglect their kids to the point where their kids become failures, bro. That's not as common as you think it is. A lot of single mothers are putting in a lot of work to take care of their kids because they got to be both parents. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to any single moms out there. Shout out to the single fathers too. I know it's some of y'all out there too. If y'all raising y'all kids as best y'all can, shout out to y'all, man. But I'm just asking a question. I'm just asking a question because I need answers. The obsession with single mothers, what is it? Why? Where does it come from? Leave a comment below. Let me hear your thoughts. Do you hate single baby moms? Let me know why. What is your gripe? What do you have against them? Or why do you think these dudes have the obsession? Let me hear your thoughts. What's your hypothesis? So that's the topic for today, man. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Peace.